Well, the top shot streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake so Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I forgot we had OTM in the at the end of that promo video from so long ago, back when they were sponsors, and now I saw the announcement that everything is behind the paywall. So there you go. Hey, welcome back. We're going to be diving in. We got points in the paint tonight. We're also giving away that sweet Haliburton, and I think tonight, tonight Tyrese Maxey. So yesterday's show was for the Haliburton we're about to give away. Today's show will be for the Maxey show. Same thing as always. After this stream ends, just do me a favor, put your Top Shot username in the comments. I know some people have been having a tough time getting your name on the wheel. No, Jump Shoot, you commented too late. You commented like 2 seconds ago, bro. You commented way too late. You can't do it a minute before the show. You did a bad job, Jump Shooting. Unless you commented earlier on it. I can't remember if you did, but I saw your most recent comment. That's too late. That's too late. I don't know who's deleting yours either. You waited to the very last second. That's not helpful, Jump Shoot. You were here for the show. You got to do better. You got to do better, Jumpies. But I don't know who's deleting the comments. I don't know. Like, I know Mr. Kicker is having some problems. I added him to it. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what's in your Top Shot username that's making it happen to you, but I don't know what's going on. It's not. Yeah, I just said, yeah, I got you, Mr. Kicker. Don't worry. So today's points in the paint. I will say, for last night, I feel like we did okay. I feel like we kind of hammered that yesterday. Like, we had a little bit of concerns with a couple of the fringe guys, right? But we said, as long as you plug in guys like Rudy and Giannis, they should be able to carry you there with as many rebounds as they get, right? And I think with Giannis, we got 18, right? Did we get Giannis from 18? And then with Rudy, I think we got 13. And then Bam also crushed as well. And then I know there was a couple that I was concerned about, right? Like DeAndre Ayton, I was nervous about. And hey, every once a month, DeAndre Ayton plays basketball. So that's cool. So you got Ayton, right? Bagley, I was a little bit nervous about, and he was very efficient in his rebounding. He did really well. There was a third one too that I was like nervous about that. Oh, Nick Richards ended up being a solid play as well. He got himself a double-double. But like I was saying, I think in those types of formats, right, you just kind of have to, if you can like crush the ones that provide the safety, like the guys like Rudy and Giannis, they give you some room for wiggle room. Yeah, this is what I'll be wearing. That is what I'll be wearing, Boston Base. I'm not changing. Yeah, I will say too, I'm jumping on Tandy's show here just and right after this, right at 4:00. We're jumping on that bad boy. All right, let's give away this Haliburton first. Let's do this first. Hey, Duran ended up he got to 8. It got real nerve-wracking there. It got real nerve-wracking because he got 2 in the first half because he fouled the fuck out of everybody. He was fouling everyone in that first half, but then he had a solid second half that saved the day because if he ended up with 4, we would have been dead. But he got all the way up to 8, so we survive and we advance. All right, let's give this Hallie away. We got 54 entrants, baby. That's the most we've had, I think, so far. 54 entrants here. Let's say winner, chicken dinner. Who is taking home the Halley? Shout out to our guy JJL Smith, by the way, for donating all these moments to give away. Is it going to be? Are we going down? No, it's Thomas. Thomas is taking home the Haliburton. Congratulations, Thomas. Big W for Thomas. We love to see it. Hey, reminder, specifically for jump shoot. The second this is over, do me a favor. Second this stream's over, same thing. Make sure you've subscribed to the Team Hold So Rare channel and then drop your Top Shot username into the comments, and then we will spin it again tomorrow for the Maxey. And then speaking of Jalen Duren, the MGLE will be the last one. So there you go. Shout out Thomas. We love to see it. There you go. Jump shoots listening. All right. So tonight, I feel like is a little bit tricky. Ooh, whoa, this breaking news. Sneap says, congrats, Thomas, owner of the #1 cereal of the Naked XYZ Team Hold collab. You love to see that. You love to see him rewarded. No, don't do it yet. Do it after the show's over. All right. So tonight's a little bit weird because it's points in the paint. I know there's like some projections on points in the paint, but it's not like as easy to break down as some of these other stats, right? So what we're going to do, we talked about it a little bit last night on Shot Tank, but what we're going to do is kind of look at like points and rebounds, because I do think like putbacks are something that we're interested in. But before we do that, let's kind of just look at the schedule here for tonight to see what we're working with. And we can look at over-unders and some totals. Then we'll go over to Underdog to check some projections. So here we go. For some of these. Oh, we get David up in here. We get airplane mode. Let's go. Love to see it. So Celtics and the Heat are playing each other tonight. The Celtics are 8.5-point favorite. That seems like too many. We get a 223.5-point favorite. Sixers are favored by 4.5. That line seems weird to me, considering the over-under is 238.5. Maybe it's because Tobias Harris missed shoot around today, so we might not get Toby. But I feel like the Sixers should be favored by like 6.5, 7. So that line feels weird. But anyways, we still don't have Haliburton. No Haliburton for that team. And then we get the Jazz and the Wizards, which I think Lauri Markkanen, I know he burned a lot of people earlier this week. I think I'm kind of interested in Lauri tonight. Utah's favored by 7.5. New coach in Washington, the over-under for that one. I think that's the highest roll of the slate, 244, 5.5, excuse me. T-Wolves, third game in 4 nights, I think, right? They played last night against the Wizards. Tonight they play the Brooklyn Nets. Maybe we go get ticket flows, $17. They've got a 3. They're favored by 3.5, over under 260.5. Then you got Denver Nuggets and the New York Knickerbockers, 222.5. Denver's favored by 2.5 points. Then you get the Kangs. Wait, hold on. Is this? Oh, yeah, this is like Kangs and Warriors at Golden State. Sacktown, 243.5 point favorite. I mean, over under with Sack favored by 1.5, and then Bulls and Lakers 228.5. So that's the action we have tonight. Wait, some rando was talking in his career. Is it an ad, or can you guys hear an ad? Is that what's? Oh, you could hear the ad. My bad, guys. I'm not using the I'm not using my headphones today. My bad. I love that everybody thought that they had their own ad right now, like they had another tab open. You know what though, guys? I don't feel bad. A lot of notes from everybody. And you know what? This is free content for now, so I don't really care. Read the comments. The ad is playing. This is good. Honestly, you know what, guys? No, you deserve some advertisements. All right, you deserve some advertisements. I thought your phone was glitching. That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna use my headphones when someone else is on the show. Jump shoot. God. All right. So all of that to say, and I don't know what you heard of it, but I'm not going to go over it again. We're just going to dive right into some of these projections here now that we have it. So we're going to go over to our friends. Actually, no, let's do Underdog first. Because I enjoy the process of it. We're going to go over to Pick'ems. Of course, if you're new to Underdog, sign up using promo code HOLD, HOLD. You get a free $100 deposit bonus match up to $100. Love to see that. All right, so we're going to look at points. We got Siakam with 20.5 at 6.5 rebounds. I think Siakam could be considered, right? So we need, what's the total number we need for this? I believe it is 60 points in the paint between 5 bros. 5 bros, right? So we need to get, what's that, 12? Is that 12? 12 times 5 is 60. So that is what we're going to do. We love that. All right, 60 points in the paint. So let's go back. We get Siakam here with 20.5, 6.5 rebounds. I don't hate Siakam. Embiid, obviously, if you haven't played Embiid, you got to play Embiid tonight. Embiid is a good one for tonight, I think. A great matchup against the Pacers. And I feel like he could get you 20 points in the paint. We saw him put up 70 the other night with only hitting 1 3. So I think if you still have Embiid and on your bingo card, if that's still somebody that you can use, I think Embiid is our like Rudy Gobert tonight, or our Giannis tonight. That provides a little bit of safety. Miles Turner, I'm not messing with here. I think Siakam and Embiid, I think, are the only ones I'm interested in with this game. I don't think we have to get any weirder than that. You see Lauri Markkanen, his over-under is set at 25.5 points, and his rebounds are at 9. So Lauri Markkanen is the guy that I think I would go into next. I think that would be I think he's going to be towards the top of my list tonight of people that I would want to try to get in there. I know Lauri is the capabilities of dropping some threes on him, and that's how he gets there. But I do like, 25.5. We only need to average half of that to be in the paint. I don't hate it. Kuzma, I think you probably could mess with Kuzma, but I think Lauri's the direction that I would go there. The other guy I wanted to look at what Daniel Gafford's line. 10.5 points. You can't get it done. The one nice thing about Daniel Gafford is he's not knocking down any threes, right? So if you do play him, you could fire that away. You could fire that in there. We get Colin Sexton too at 23.5 points. I mean, Sexton is somebody who dives, right? You could get him firing up. Like he goes right down the paint. He can throw it down. We've seen that a couple of times this year. I think you could mess with Sexton. Yeah. Wait, I'm just going in order of the games. Boston base. So far, we've done Utah and Washington and Pacers and Sixers. We've got on the Washington side of things, Marvin Bagley at 11.5 points. I mean, they're all probably coming to the paint, but that's getting too freaky. I don't think you need to do it. Julius Randle, Nikola Jokic, both of those guys are great plays. Randle's over and under set at 25.5. Jokic is at 26.5. You've got Jokic with 11.5 boards and Randle with 8.5 boards. I feel like a lot of that's going to get done in the paint. Those are great plays there. That's it for that game, though. I don't think you have to do anything else there. Unless you think like Hartenstein's all of a sudden going to cook, you could do that. Boston against Miami, I'm going to be honest. I think I would just stay away from this game. I feel like this could get ugly. This could be kind of a gross game here. So I'm not sure like how they project when we look at Momentum Labs. I'll be interested to see if any of those are up there, but I'm going to venture to guess that, what we should do is just watch this game. Just watch the game, enjoy the competitive game, the playoff atmosphere. I don't think I would go in there. Because I think like Porzingis, I could see Porzingis having a night down low. He's just much bigger than Bam. I think that is where the Celtics have an advantage against this team. So you could definitely mess with Porzingis. But I just think again, when we only have to pick 5 players tonight, I don't know if we have to get too weird, If you're playing Porzingis, I guess you're just trying to win tonight. You're just trying to get in first. Timberwolves in Brooklyn, I don't really know what to do with this. I mean, I think you could mess with Cat if you wanted to, or Rudy. So Cat is over under set at 24.5 points, but I mean, how many? 2.5 of those are 3-pointers, right? So that's 6, 7 of those 24.5. I mean, Cat's, but I don't know. I don't know how much I love Cat. Rudy Gobert at 14 points, though. Here's the thing: look at the matchup from this past year, Stan. You are a fucking casual, Stan. You are a casual when it comes to your basketball, okay? Look at this past matchup between the two of them. All right, Rudy Gobert, I actually think is the play here. So if his over-under is set at 14 points, we know Rudy is not going to be hitting them with some free throw jumpers, okay? We're not going to be doing that. So I think I would go look at, I think Rudy is actually a pretty solid play here. I think Rudy is pretty solid because again, if the over-under is set at 14, even if he gets you 12, that's going to get you there, right? So even if he goes under, I think Rudy is a pretty solid play. I am nervous though. I would pay attention to any sort of injury news coming out of Minnesota for the next, few hours. Like, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to pull that up right here on Underdog NBA, see if there's any news today because 3 games in 4 nights is a lot, but they don't have anybody listed. Mike Conley's the only one that's questionable. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, I actually kind of like Rudy. I don't think a lot of people are going to play Rudy. I think that I think that locks you in. I think that's an easy dub right there with Rudy Gobert. That's my off the board take for tonight. I don't want to touch anybody in Brooklyn. Sabonis is obviously a great play. Sabonis is probably up there with one of you got a decent matchup against Golden State tonight. His over-under is at 20.5. He's not put in 13.5 rebounds, right? So we're looking at putbacks. We're looking at a lot of paint scoring. So Sabonis, so far out of everybody we've gone through, Sabonis, you got to put him in. Actually, this kind of feels like an easy night. Maybe this comes back to bite me a little bit, but I feel like we shouldn't have a problem getting to 60. I wouldn't mess with Claxton jump shoot. We only need to pick 5. I don't think you need to get to Claxton. Sabonis to me is a lock. Sabonis, Jokic, Embiid, and then here's another one that I don't know how many people are going to click is Steph Curry, who's over and under is set at 27.5 points. And I mean, Steph obviously is knocking down threes quite a bit, but Steph also gets a lot of his points driving, right? He gets to the rim pretty easily. But again, when we only need to pick 5, and we've already mentioned Embiid, Sabonis, and Jokic, I don't know if Steph needs to get into that list. I think I'd just hold off. But I do think Steph's a fine play. I also think De'Aaron Fox is at 27 points. Although, Fox has been like so freaking bad. Has been so freaking bad lately. So I don't know if I want to do that with Fox either. And then Clay, Keegan, I'm not really interested. But let's get to the Lakers game. That's where I'm a little bit more intrigued here. LeBron at 25.5 points is, I think, fine because he gets some points down low, getting to the basket. But I feel like Anthony Davis is the best click here. We know he only takes like 1-3 a game. He should have no problem getting to that. Vooch, I'm not really interested in with his over-under set at 18.5 and knowing that he knocks down a bunch of threes. I think AD for me is the play. DeRozan is too mid-rangey for me. So I think that's where I would stop there. I think I would stop AD. I want to look up one more thing here. I want to see if there's an easy way. An easy way here. Points in the paint this NBA season. Let me see if I can just pull up anything. Season leader stats, points in the paint per game. So we can look at this. Wait, that's points per game. I need points in the paint per game, baby. Give me that PIP. Okay, so the NBA website made it seem like they had it, but they don't have it. So give me one more second. Let's see if I can find it. Points in the paint. No, I want individual player paint points leaders. Okay, so we got our leaders this season are Embiid, Luka, Giannis, SGA, KD, Donovan. So Fox is up there. Fox is up there as most points per game. No, this is not what I wanted. Come on. All right, forget it. Don't disregard what I'm saying. All right, let's go over to the projections. Let's just do that instead of looking at that garbage that was not helpful at all. So we're going to go over to Momentum Labs. Our boy John Boy Beats put some stuff together for us here. And let's see what we got. Hold on. What did Steve say? Is it just me or does anyone else not like the icon? Oh, the icon they chose for a bench player. Let the player take a nap there, Sneeps. Let him take a nap. All right, so we're looking at points and rebounds. That's how John was saying he was having a tricky time deciding like what's the best way to break this down for points in the paint. But I think for me, right, like if you have Embiid, AD, Jokic have to be your first 3 in. If you can play anybody and you have these moments, right? Those are the first 3 that I'm plugging in there. Now, Sabonis is number 4. And I think with those 4, legit, you're getting to 60. Like, I don't even think it matters who you put in for your 5th one with those, because I feel like Embiid's going to give you, 16 to 18. Jokic is definitely going to give you double digits. I don't know. I feel like that's all you would need. Obviously, we're picking a 5th. I do kind of like Siakam tonight. I know we mentioned him a little bit. And I think Lauri Markkanen's under the radar. Washington doesn't really defend down low. And I think Lauri, I think he can get you there. I mean, I'd love to see his rebound number be a little bit higher, right? It's only at 4.7. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at 9.3. No, I think Lauri down there is kind of nice. Yeah, LeBron's questionable. I'm acting as he's playing. I think LeBron is going to play tonight. That's how I've been drafting stuff on Underdog. I think he is going to play tonight. But yeah, and I think you could plug it. If you haven't used Randall yet, I think Randall's fine too. But I think Embiid, AD, Jokic, and Sabonis is like your safest 4. If you're just trying to check the box tonight, I would plug those 4 in, and then you can make the choice between a LeBron, a Julius Randle, a Lauri Markkanen, Pascal Siakam. I mean, even Jalen Brunson gets down low quite a bit too. Shaq's not available, Quad. Shaq is not available. Jump Shoot said, how many underdog drafts have I done today? I actually haven't done that many. I haven't done that many today. I'm waiting for the ranking system that I use to be published. And then once I get going, right after this, between this show and Tandy's, I'll probably rip off 100 of them. Yeah, I mentioned that at the top. I don't think that matters though. I don't know if that coaching change all of a sudden makes them defend bigs a little bit better, but curious to see how they react. Not that many is over 10. Yeah. I mean, I do like 150 of them a day, maybe 200. That's my only source of income right now. No, I'm just kidding. It's my most efficient source of income. But yeah, I don't think that we have to overthink this one too much today, guys. I think that's where we get ourselves into trouble. I saw like some people victory lapping Marvin Bagley last night. And listen, if you picked Marvin Bagley and he got you there, I think that's fine. Good for you. I'm happy you're alive, survive in advance. That's what it's all about. I just would let me look something up quickly. I want to look something up real quickly about our boy Bags. And this is what I mean, where it can be a little bit daunting making calls like that, but we'll see. It's against Minnesota, one of the better defensive teams in the league. And Marvin Bagley played 26 minutes. He grabbed 15 boards in 26 minutes. That just feels more like an outlier, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong here. But I want to just put myself in the situation that's the easiest way for us to advance. Now, of course, there's always like, hey, I'm never going to use Marvin Bagley again for any of these other contests, so now's the time to do it. But when we look at the contests we have left, right, offensive rebounds, you're going to get 12 total. That one's definitely going to be tough, and I know you'd want to use some of the bigs for that one, so I get it. And then 50 rebounds and 10 blocks, but there's plenty of rebound guys out there. The points in the paint is a little bit trickier. So I think really you'd only be saving some of these dudes for 12 offensive rebounds. Top Shot, Hot Shot is saying Jimmy Butler, Claxton, Jaylen Brown, got to pick 2. I've used everybody else. So, man, Claxton just scares me. I mean, because it is a Rudy matchup. Like, let's see how far. I mean, Jaylen Brown, I guess Jaylen Brown's probably your safest bet at points. That's probably your safest bet. I don't know. Jimmy's making me nervous lately too, because he's just had some weird performances. Although I do think this game is one of those. I think this is one of those games where Jimmy probably shows up, right? So I get it. But you look at his box scores lately. He's not been awesome. So I do think I'd lean Jaylen Brown here and just hope that he dunks it 10 times, you know. Coach Pedigo. So what about Aaron Gordon? Yeah, we can look at Aaron Gordon. I'm going to pull up his underdog pick him and see what his like, because Aaron Gordon does 2 things, right? He gets points in the paint and he knocks down threes. But here's the thing, man. His over-under is 12.5 points. So you need him to, 1, hit the over, and you need them all to be in the paint. That's no free throws, no three-pointers. So it's tough. It's tough projecting Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. because it feels like one of them goes off and the other one doesn't. We should do what player looks like what Pokemon stream. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't mean to be heat slander. I mean, Jimmy, I think anybody would say, that's no disrespect to Jimmy Butler, the basketball player. I think Jimmy's awesome. I just don't think he's trying super hard right now. I think he's conserving energy for that playoff run. He shows up when it matters, you know? Yeah, all right. I'm trying to think of more off the beaten path guys. Like if you don't want to use your Embiid, I mean, I think you could get away with Kuzma. Looking at this list a little bit more. So we're Embiid, AD, Jokic, Sabonis, right? So take out those 4. And if we're trying to make a list of like another 5, like try to rank the next 5, I do think I would have Randall up there. Rudy, I do think Rudy's under the radar. I don't think a lot of people are going to play Rudy, right? Look how far you're going to scroll down to get to him. I think Rudy's fine. Randall, Rudy, Kuzma, I think Jaylen Brown's fun. The Siakam was the one that I really liked. DeRozan's kind of interesting because he does get down there. He's a little bit crafty. I think I would pick Cat over them, though. Lauri Markkanen is another one that I don't think a lot of people are going to click. I don't know when else you're going to use Lauri Markkanen either. So I think Lauri's pretty fine. Yeah, I don't know. You got to go deeper, David. Who else do you want besides that? I think if you're just trying to advance here, somebody asked about Kuminga earlier. I don't really trust that. I mean, dude, I know he went off last night, but he didn't miss a single shot. So I'd stay. I don't know how effective that or how he's going to repeat that. But Lauri's definitely one. Sexton, figuring out somebody from the Jazz is the way to go. That's the way to go. Figuring out somebody from the Jazz. Because as we said, the Wizards get cooked down low. So Lauri or Colin Sexton is a pretty good call. Of those big four, who would you save? All right, so looking at offensive rebounds or 50 rebounds, 10 blocks. I think AD, because AD has been averaging what's AD's average on blocks right now? Hold on, let me pull that up really quickly. AD's averaging, I think, over 2 blocks a game, right? But I don't know if they play that day. I don't have them listed if they play that day. So you now have to check if they're playing. But he's averaging, what are his splits here right now? This season, 2.4 blocks per game. So I would want to have AD for that. But I don't know if they're playing on what day is that? The 30th or the 31st? Let's see. The 31st. Yeah, I would want AD for that one. Embiid and Jokic are both good rebound guys, but I think you can sometimes go way too big brain on this and try to over strategize. And I think the move is to just get to the next day, right? You're just trying to collect green checks. And then, as it gets harder, we'll find value to get there. We can find some sleepers, but I think you are just trying to collect W's while you can. And so I think, I get trying to save it. Coach says I got JB, Kuz, Lauri, Fox, LeBron, pick 2. I think I would go Lauri and LeBron here. Lauri and LeBron. I know Fox. I just don't trust what De'Aaron Fox is doing right now. Let's look at his box score the last. And I know that's recency bias here with Fox, but should I look up Rick Fox stats? So De'Aaron Fox this season, right? I know he was off to such a great start. He got dinged up, came back, and he was really hot. His all right, hold on. This website sucks sometimes. All right, so what was their last game against Atlanta? What was the date on that one? So his last few 12 point. No, is this right? Maybe I'm wilding. Here. All right. I think I might be wilding. I guess because he hasn't been doing the peripheral stats. That's why. 26 points, 19 points, 21. He had 32, 33, and then 24 and 12. Maybe you should be taking Fox. What is TWSS? What are you guys talking about here? What's TWSS? What am I missing? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Steve said switch to Vooch, Sexton, Turner, JB, trash. What? What are you saying? All right. I don't know what you guys are doing. You guys are on drugs. The chat's on drugs this morning. Love to see it. Or this afternoon. I forget it's an afternoon stream. Let's see if there's anybody we missed here. But again, I don't think. Oh, Jimmy and Jaylen Brown. I mean, that's fine. I'm nervous about Vooch's points in the paint. I'll be honest. Oh, that's what she said. Okay. I'm nervous about Vooch's points in the paint. I think Rudy's my best off the beaten path call. I think that's my favorite one. You want to get weird, you play Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Siakam, Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton. I mean, Bam's fine too. I didn't mention Bam. I would like to be able to use Bam for something else. I think I would like to be able to use Bam for another one if we can. All right, dudes. I think that's it. I think we call it there. So just a reminder, after this is over, you need to have subscribed to the channel and then drop a comment. Drop a comment in the chat after it's over, not during the live stream, after it's over, just with your Top Shot username. And then, excuse me, we'll get you, we'll spin the wheel tomorrow for, what was it? Tyrese Maxey, Top Shot debut. As always, appreciate everyone being here. We love that shit. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. And then in a half hour, we're going to be over on Tandy's show, and we'll see what he does to upset me. You know, we'll see if Tandy brings out a rant. We haven't had a Zakarian rant in a while, so who knows? Maybe it'll be time. But best of luck out there tonight. Let me know how you guys have been doing. I think we've been collecting W's, right? I think we've been collecting W's so far. We love to see it. All right. Have a good day. We out. See you soon.
Well, the Top Shot streets